Now he shot like 3-4 people that night.
And his mother dropped him off.
Yeah. Nah, but see, okay.
His mother dropped him off over there to do that.
No. See, again, when we went over this case, right? That case when it happened at the time. At the time, we wasn't sure what was happening when he was just shooting people. You feel me? Like when you see the video of him just shooting a motherfucker, you're like, what the fuck is this nigga doing? You know what I'm saying? He shot a lot of people that night. Like he was on some fucking game or something. You know what I'm saying?
Grand Theft Auto or something.
So I'm watching the case. I'm watching the trial and shit, right? So this nigga, now he got his shit together. He was gonna be a police officer. He was gonna be a fireman and shit. And he really articulated himself real good. He don't seem like he's 17. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So when he talking up that joint, it's like you really got sympathy for this dude. You looking at him like, did he really? Was he really? Why he do that? You know what I'm saying? Because it don't sound like the person that's talking. Like the person that's talking don't match the person that's shooting everybody in the fucking street. You feel me?
Right.
So when I'm watching the trial, he talking. It's like, what the fuck? That's him. You know what I'm saying? The judge in that joint is some crazy motherfucking redneck. That's another thing you gotta worry about too in cases like this, where people like us see the news and be like, all right, why the fuck? Because everybody gotta remember the whole case of this began because main man got shot in his back trying to get in the car, and the police shot him in the back. Y'all remember that? We did a podcast on that joint where he's getting into the car and police shot him in the back. That's what the whole protest was all about.
Right.
That's what the whole point. That's what they was arguing about. That was the whole thing was about because of that right there. That's what everything was started. So he's one of them bombers that go down that joint as malicious. You know what I'm saying? As fake ass niggas that wanted to protect shit from looters and rioters, right? Protesters, to be honest with you. But let them tell it, it's rioters.
Black people.
But we can get back to that.
He protecting right? Stuff.
The judge goes in on the prosecutor. Now, the reason why I'm looking at it as, okay, what judge do we have here? It's obvious this judge is one of those Trump supporter judges, right? It was real clear. It was like everything the trial attorney said, he knocked it down. The man got loud at one time and said, "Don't get brazen with me." Like, what the fuck is that? Is that a word supposed to scare you or something? Like, that ain't even a person. That's not even a word a black person would use. Brazen. Don't get brazen with me. Like, what the brazen? What's that? Y'all know what that means, though, right? Don't get brazen with me. Like, what? But he got loud with the prosecutor with that shit. I think the prosecutor was being slick, though. But either way, they start showing a video of Youngin, right, that night. Now, when you do trials, you see all angles beside that shit we seen on TV, right? So we're looking at angles from police officers. We're looking at angles from people in the streets earlier that day. And all types of shit. As he got there and before he got there, right? So watching the trial, he finally goes up on the stand. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm looking at the motherfucking video, right? The first person he shot was chasing him. I never knew that. That's the first person, right? So already you just shot a motherfucker. Now he was chasing, we get that, right? But you shot him not once to stop this thing, you know what I'm saying? Not twice, just to make sure he's stopping, right? 3 motherfucking times, though, right? So we trying to stop him from doing something, or you trying to kill him?
Why you got a gun down? I was about to say,
okay, perspective. Him,
is he even licensed to carry?
I'm gonna get to that. It do matter now.
Why you want to go down there with a gun?
Again, he one of those militias. We don't hear about them. They always go in these places and try to defend people's property. Put it like that. Say if I own a gas station, these foreign motherfuckers behind these people, once these riots and shit start, they board their shit up and hide these niggas so they don't tear their shit up. You understand? You think these people ain't out there, but they coming down there and then they go in these states where you can legally carry guns, right? So they stand there and guard gas stations and little convenience stores, wherever these businesses that don't want to get don't want that shit tore up, put it like that. And they put it in it. That's how they do the shit. They pay these people. He was one of them. How would a 17-year-old have that rifle, right? And that's when Young was like, all right, my friend of mine, we go on his property and whatever the fuck. But legally, he was not supposed to be standing there guarding anything with the gun because he's only 17.
That's the point, right there.
All right. So him, all the people that was with him, guarding shit, right? Now, he just shot a motherfucker, right? Now, this come from him acting like he a paramedic, too. So he had his gun, but at 17-year-old, this is how he got passed. He kept on telling everybody that he was paramedic. He got training. You know, there's people out there hurt, right? So he was helping people with his gun, right? He goes down, after he shoots the main man that chased him, right? Everybody start chasing him. Like, nigga, why you shooting him? That type of shit. You feel me? Like, if y'all out there, that's what people do. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, a group of people start looking around like, why you do that? You know what I'm saying? And they start chasing him. You feel me? Calling. At this point, everybody trying to stop him because he just murdered a motherfucker in front of everybody, right? So everybody, he falls. After he shot somebody now, he already murdered a motherfucker down the street. He falls. A nigga hit him in the head with a skateboard. Right? Everybody else comes up. He starts shooting again. He shot everybody that came over top of him. Shot 2 more people. Now I want to ask you. All right, first, from the first incident, people chasing him. Did he have a right to turn around and shoot him?
I do you one better. This shit should have stopped with the fact that he's illegally carrying a rifle.
No, y'all remember he walked to the police and tried some. Y'all remember the scene of him with his gun doing like this to the police? With it was in a big ass.
And they let him walk too.
Remember that?
Yeah, and they let him walk.
That was him. He said he was surrendering himself after shooting the people. Crazy watching that joint though, yeah. Cause this motherfucker actually murdered people.
And they let him walk down the street free.
If you literally watch the video, my nigga, he shot at least 4 people. Do you understand what that looked like? You know what I'm saying, dog?
Yeah, it looked too good.
Like, but if you watch the video, like the first incident, somebody was chasing him. But do you shoot him? Do you shoot a person that's chasing you, though? Can we ask that one question?
You got a gun?
The first person
You got a weapon?
don't know.
All right. So
In the trial,
See,
he said he thought he had a gun.
you see, here's the problem, though.
Did you see it?
The problem starts with the fact that he ain't even supposed to be having that rifle. 17-year-old, he's illegally carrying a weapon right there, bam. So, I'm trying to figure out, after that, what's the argument about, and why they about to, it looked like they about to let him walk, too.
You think so?
Yeah. Because the judge, I was looking at the trial. The judge did seem like he was on the defense side more than the plaintiff.
All they're gonna do is get a mistrial, because the judge gonna get thrown out because he's showing too much bias.
We don't pay no attention to stuff like this, but him, he got the backing of all white ring, like the nigga that used to be in Silver Spoon, the little white boy. He paid all his money. That's how he got out. He paid for all his bail. So you got white wing groups that gave him a lawyer. Now you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we don't pay no attention to stuff like that. We just saw the video and like, what the fuck he need to be locked up? You know what I'm saying? But white ring people, they gravitate to motherfuckers like him and try their best to keep him out. They give him lawyers. They pay. He out now. You know what I'm saying? Pay for the bail. All that shit.
They tried to do that with George Floyd's police.
What's this nigga name? Silver Spoons.
Ricky Schroeder.
Ricky Schroeder paid for his bail. Now keep track of that, people. Ricky Schroeder paid for his bail to get the fuck out of jail.
Ricky Schroeder.
First, he got legitimate reasons to say he was scared. Put it like that. Do you then use lethal force with what you're scared of? Like, if a person just had a skateboard, do you shoot it and kill him? You see what I'm saying? Or do you? Is the law set up where you fight force with force type shit? Like, if you have a gun in you,
Yeah, what's that?
like a skateboard, why would you shoot him with an AK or whatever the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. What you think about that?
He's 17. He don't have no judgment. He don't know no wisdom to know when to use a gun and not to use a gun. He shouldn't have had one.
He should. Yeah, that argument should have stopped right there on the tracks.
He wouldn't got it though. So
And he shot up 4-5 people.
That's crazy.
And
he was literally thinking he was in some type of game, my nigga. How can you shoot that many people?
And their right wingers is defending him, you know,
Because
calling him out.
you gotta remember the source of this.
Trump.
Black man got shot by police getting in the car in his back. That's the source of this whole thing. The ride start, the marching start, people like him go down and defend it. That's where we at. He is one of them.
And you know,
It's
just
just-
join the forces to fuck with people.
It's just that when we look at stuff like this, everything happens in a flash, and then we move on, right? But if you go back as the trial, like this was years ago, so most people don't even think about this no more. The trial's going on, you don't really think about it. You know what I'm saying? You remember May got shot by the white boys, but you don't remember that no more. You don't really think about exactly.
Yeah.